Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, guys, what's good? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. So, in this video, we're going to talk about Sophie Cunningham and her response to her being injured and Bria Hartley situation. Now, I have my opinion on it, and it's my opinion, but I do know how PR works. I do know how public relation works. I do know how narrative works. I do know how when a person says something, it's not always what they say. People runs with it because they want to believe certain things. Now, we all seen the incident between Bria Hartley and Sophie Cunningham. We already made our decision. We already made our comments about it. So now, have you ever heard the terminology of turning the other cheek? Yeah, because Caitlin Clark has turned the other cheek all season long when it came to her being physically assaulted. So why wouldn't it be any different for Sophie Cunningham? But I'm gonna let you listen to what Sophie had to say, and then I'm gonna chime back in.
No, I don't, because I know Bria and I'm actually really good friends with Bria. And I had been waiting to get on the pod and so we could talk about this because I did want to tweet it out. But I don't think that there was no ill intent. I think it was basketball play. I was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. She fell. Like there's no way that she would go in there and intentionally try to hurt me. And so I have nothing but love for Bria. And I even like told my mom because she tweeted something. I was like, no, mom, like I get it, but like I promise you that like I was like, Bria and I are super cool and like she would never try to hurt me because there are some girls that I think might, but she wouldn't do that. And so I have nothing but love. And so I hope people stop giving Bria some heat because I don't think she meant to do that at all. And I think that smile, it wasn't like it was like ooh, you know, like one of those. So I'm totally fine. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, shout out to Sophie Cunningham because you feel what you feel. It's not my job to say how you feel. Now, I do believe some PR work was done in there because we seen the smile. We knew what the smile looks like. There is no doubt in our mind that Bria Hartley knew this. Whether they cool or not, that's not for me to second guess. But like I told y'all again in the beginning, you ever heard the terminology of turning the other cheek? Again, Caitlin Clark has turned the other cheek all season long. She turned the other cheek last season. So what makes you think that Sophie Cunningham can't do the same thing? What makes you think that Sophie Cunningham will say, hey, you know what? Let's not make it anymore. I'm already out for the season. Let's just move on. Let's focus on the team. It's the right and noble thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Because since then, Bria Hartley has deactivated her Twitter account and then you can't excuse the fact that Bria Hartley has had not one, not two, but several incidents leading up to that one on Sophie Cunningham. She's been kicked out the game numerous times. So now I could tell you one thing. There's been times that players would say the one thing or the another. You know what I'm saying? Like the incident when people was just trying to say Caitlin Clark deliberately pushed Angel Reese, which that we've seen that. Like some people were saying Caitlin Clark was flopping when Marina Mabrey checked her, but we knew otherwise. But Caitlin Clark didn't make a stink about it. So I'm saying this again. We see what we've seen in the video. we not blind, we're not stupid. But I respect Sophie Cunningham enough to say, hey, if you say no harm, no foul, then we're gonna let it go. Because she doesn't want it to escalate. She already seen the tweets that her mom and sister put out, and she don't want nobody coming after them. So why not play it a PR move and just say, hey, let's let it go. Because her sister tweeted out, wasn't happy with it. Then her mom tweeted out, she wasn't happy with it. So therefore, so Sophie said, you know what, hey, I'm good with it. That doesn't mean she doesn't feel some type of way. Because she said that, oh, we friends. Just like y'all say, Paige and Caitlyn are friends. And technically, they really don't rock with each other like that. So again, let's not make it more or drive division. I said what I said. I'm sticking by what I said in my videos, and I'm not changing it. I know what I've seen, but out of respect for Sophie, because she's part of Indiana Fever, and it sucks to not have her for the rest of the season or how long her injury is going to last, then I respect her decision and what her words say. Doesn't matter anything else from this point. Now, she did give an exclusive update on Caitlin Clark. And this is the part, one thing I do have to give Sophie Cunningham credit with is she's going to say what she had to say. She's going to say what she has to say. She just got fined again for making a comment about Paige. But like, we can't say anything about refereeing about Paige. We have to protect her. But people could go out and say all this stuff about Caitlin Clark and nobody gets fined about it. That's the stuff that I'm talking about. But she did give an exclusive update on Caitlin Clark and her situation. Guys, I keep trying to tell y'all, we have one more week before we'll find out if Caitlin Clark really coming back for the season. I already said what I said. I don't think she's coming back. But hey, you ain't got to believe me.
Yeah.
It really does suck. But
Is Caitlin close? How's she coming along?
dude, I don't know. Everyone keeps asking, everyone's like, you know, and I'm like, literally, she doesn't even know. Like, it's just like a day by day legit type of thing. And so, yeah, she's close, but like, you also have to remember, like, she could be playing if it wasn't in the WNBA by now, but like at this level with how deep and like how good people are nowadays in our league, which is the best it's ever been, like you can't just be good. You have to be on top of your game. And so just trying to get her back in game shape, I think is what they're trying to do. But like, again, it's literally a day by day. I'm not holding out any information. I just literally don't know.
Did you see Skip Bayless said that the WNBA is lying about her injury?
Dude, that's literally bullshit. Like, no one's lying. No one, that's not.
He said maybe Caitlin Clark has taken a couple of injury breaks just because she needed a mental break from all the jealousy and resentment and bullying and cheap shots.
Okay, here's the thing. When you're an elite level player, you not being able to play is the hardest part. Mentally, physically, emotionally. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's not playing. It's when you're playing is like when it's a part of it. Like you're built for that. So when people say stuff like that, I'm just like, just shut up.
Anyway, so that's the update on Caitlin Clark. This is my thing. Like I said, if she practiced this week, there's no way she's going to be ready for the game on Friday or Sunday. Because technically you're supposed to have 2 weeks of practice this week and next week before you even have any game activity. She just started running. So what makes you think that 4 or 5 days? Now, granted, we have not seen anything behind the scenes with the Indiana Fever as practice. They probably keeping everything closed out of the public eye. So she could be practicing. We don't know nothing about it. They could have a closed practice where there's no media coverage. There's no Scott Agnes. There's no Chloe Peterson or anybody that could get exclusive footage showing that Caitlin Clark is practicing. Now, maybe they will give us a glimpse of it. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We got Thursday, then Friday. We might see something. Now, as you know today, the Indiana Fever did sign a new player on a hardship contract. Shady Petty. I have a video about that coming out probably in the morning because it's a lot for me to go into and I don't want to spend no time. But the Indiana Fever can sign another hardship person to the roster after the Friday's game for Sophie Cunningham because they haven't played a game yet. She has to miss one game before they could sign a hardship player. So with that being said, hats off for Sophie for being the lady, clearing up the atmosphere on the situation, and giving us an exclusive update on Caitlin Clark. Now, we just have to wait. Again, I don't think it's day by day. I just think there's some things that's quiet in behind the scenes. We already know Caitlin didn't travel with the team last week because Connor's grandmother passed away. Now, this is 3 days in, 4 days in. Right now, we don't know what's going on with her. We haven't seen any sights or anything. Matter of fact, they just announced that not Sophie, but Kelsey Mitchell was player of the week, and they had the team there, but you didn't see Caitlin Clark in the auditorium where there was at. So I don't know, but we'll hopefully by tomorrow or Thursday we get an update on Caitlin Clark. But until then, hit that subscribe button, and I'll holler when I see you.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire. It's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it. So official, like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire. Sports and entertainment. Let's go.